Please welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovely. I came across this video on my For You, and I thought to share where Maga supporters are all out to call upon people that are, reacting to the fact that the economy is not something to write them about. They goes as far as to tell people to calm down, that you have to actually face all of these consequences, before you actually gain. They even goes as far as to prove the reason why, Orange Man stated that his supporters knew exactly what he was going to do. That was why they voted him. So there's no point anyone coming out to cry about anything. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. All right, please, let's dive into it.
He's just a very funny man. You have to understand how he operates.
No president, nobody can come in and change things overnight.
I really believe that he's the one God's chosen.
I'm really very optimistic.
I know tariffs got everybody scared.
Tariffs, they don't scare me at all.
I'm willing, I think, to go through a little bit of initial pain.
We have to have some pain to have the gain.
I think that sometimes you have to go through a little bit of the fire to get to the end of the rainbow.
Nobody likes to pay more for anything, I don't, but in the long run, I think it's going to be good.
People are saying, oh, well, prices are going to go way up, we won't be able to do anything. Well, how was the last 4 years? My grocery bills were ridiculous. That was for no reason. This is for a good reason.
Even the great empires he's built in business, I trust that same savvy is going to be helping our country also.
My biggest issue is at the border, and he's killing it.
No open borders. The many millions running across the border. Now, if you look at it, the amount of documented people coming across the border, it's done in a very structured way.
It's just one of those things where you put yourself and you feel the empathy aspect of it, and you feel sort of, when you see a kid being pulled, and you're like, man, is there another way we could have did that?
I'm just thrilled that they are getting rid of the criminals and illegal aliens.
I'm not sure that all of them are real bad criminals, but if you come here illegally, it still makes you a criminal.
I do believe that people are criminals and they're doing the wrong things. They should be taken out of our country. But some of the family stuff, I was wondering some ways we could have handled that a little bit differently.
He's actually doing the things that he promised that he would do. And Mr. President, it's been an honor to be part of it for the past 100 days.
Mr. President, the last 4 years, the world experienced a total lack of zero leadership under Biden. And then we've had 100 days of your leadership with respect, with strength.
President, your first 100 days has far exceeded that of any other presidency in this country, ever. Ever. Never seen anything like it. Thank you.
President Trump, in your first term when I had a chance to work you as governor, you were courageous. The thing that's empowering this amazing group of people around this table, and you've probably assembled the greatest cabinet ever, is that this time you're not just courageous, you're actually fearless.
Hey, Maga, serious question here. Are you okay with all of this ass kissery? I mean, if this were your own boss at your workplace, forcing you to kiss his ass publicly, wouldn't you be then humiliated? Or is that what you all commonly do with your own bosses at work? Is this your type of DEI? I mean, can you imagine all of this ass kissery was directed at President Obama during one of his cabinet meetings? What the fuck would you have said then, huh? You are truly in a fucking cult. Stay woke, mi gente. Got it.
The funniest thing I'll ever see is a mega supporter trying to convince themselves. And you actively see it like working in like each one of them as they're talking. If you just tone like zone the words out, no words. Stop listening to the sound and just look at their faces and their facial expression and how the muscles are moving in their face. And you can actively see them trying to what's the word I want to use? Digest and accept the delusion that they know they're in. Because I'm telling you, a couple of those faces and them expressions clearly said, I know what I'm saying is some bullshit. But if I don't say it like this, then I won't be able, if I don't say it out loud like this, then I won't be able to accept the role that I'm currently in, which is a Delulu. Lulu. A Delulu Lulu. That's what you is. If you say anything like the people in this video, please go back and watch the video. If you are saying any of those things, I got a bridge I want to sell you. Please send me a message so I can give you the details of where it's located. Bye.
What do you mean he's God's chosen one? And in what manner do you mean he was chosen by God? I am so confused. This is why when people say not all skin folk are kinfolk, this is the image I see. These are the people that I see. It's not the ones that say, oh, he's funny, or you're just worried about the tariffs, or nothing can be resolved in the first 100 days. It takes time. That I can handle. I'm good with that. Those statements, those are made ironically with a sane mind. It is the one who says he is chosen by God. I'm confusion. Like, it ain't the 4 years that I'm worried about. Because I'm not worried. But yeah, I'm keeping my eye on people like him, because what turnip truck did he just fall off of? What brain issues is he having? Because there's no, and also, why did they specifically pick this man of that complexion to make that statement? Okay, yeah.
Go through a little pain to get the gain, except for when it comes to gun laws or universal health care or increased wages or taxing billionaires. How come everybody's willing to go through a little bit of pain that will hurt them in the long run, but aren't willing to go through a little pain that will help everybody in the long run? Riddle me this, Batman.
Nothing that anyone said on this video made any sense at all. Not scared of tariffs? Well, that's weird that you're not scared of tariffs, because tariffs are so bad that the president still hasn't been able to implement them, because when he's implementing them, he's breaking the law. And then on top of that, the courts are fighting against it because of how detrimental it would be to society. So the level of selfish that you're operating at, saying that you don't care about tariffs, or we'll go through the fire to get to the other, like, you do realize this fire is just gonna burn the entire nation, right? America being the place to, we're about to lose that. He's literally shitting all over everything that America is supposed to be. It won't be here anymore. And you're going to suffer as well. Trump does not give a shit about you. And for the brown man talking about this is what God wanted, how is it that what God wanted if he had to rig the election? That to me sounds like cheating. So, and then, always got to circle back to the fact that you guys support a man who has been convicted in a court of law for graping a woman. There is I do believe, audio recording of the time that he forced two 13-year-old girls to engage in sexual activities so that he could watch, and then forced them to give him fellatio, and then after they were done, proceeded to berate them for not doing a good job. My guess was he's impotent and just wanted to be mad. I feel like that's the only reason that pedophiles are pedophiles, because they're fucking impotent. And the only person who isn't going to complain about your floppy little tiny dick is a child, because you've groomed them because you're disgusting. So, you know, like, how is that God's choice? How can you sit there and with your full chest believe that when he has been convicted of the vile acts that he's been convicted of? Everyone in this video should be ashamed of themselves.
I really can't believe, like, people just really have the same brain as a doorknob. That shit is so fucking... It blows my mind. They talking about tariffs. If you don't want to go back and watch the video, she goes on and say, these prices are going up for a good reason. What the fuck could be a good reason for food to start costing more? What's the good reason? Talking about the last 4 years, my grocery bills have been ridiculous. Baby, they about to get ridiculous, sir.
This reminds me of instances of, let's say, abusive relationships in which people, whether it's the victim, I did it myself, to myself, or people who may be hip to abuse going on, trying to find some sick rationalization or justification for the cruelty that's taking place. He just has a temper, or, you know, maybe he's just having a rough time of it. Or I would tell myself, maybe if I don't make him upset enough, then it will get better. This is what it reminds me of. And brother, if I should even call you that, what do you mean by God's chosen?
These people are fucking brain dead. Brain dead. We have to go through some pain first. Let me turn on the light. Hold on. Ugh. Imagine if this was a Democrat or liberal administration doing all this bullshit, all this illegal stuff, military falling apart, literal Super Hornet FA-18s rolling off of super carriers. What? We're gonna have shortages for no reason. We're gonna have insane pricing for no reason. But now they're willing to pay for it for no reason at all. Makes no fucking sense.
I'm personally very excited for the Trump tariffs. I heard this morning that 20,000 people are being laid off from UPS because they're expecting there to be less Amazon packages, and that's just good for everyone, isn't it? We should actually be shopping less. We shouldn't really be able to afford things in this country. I'm personally really looking forward to the fact that there's going to be empty shelves at this here Target in just a few weeks, because none of the ships from China and all those other countries are coming into port anymore. And I just love the idea of regular Americans suffering on an everyday basis so that rich people at the top can get what they want. But I also trust my God, King Trump, the most, and I know that he's doing what's best for everyone right now. I do recommend that you not rely on stores. I know you think you live in a first world nation, but joke's on you, ain't like that no more. So make sure to have a victory garden for the economic war we're about to be experiencing, and be grateful that things are going to feel hard for a while, because it's got to, right? A good leader wouldn't just throw you to the wolves, would they?
Trump's admission to ABC News that voters in fact knew what he was going to do because he campaigned this, and this is a direct quote, well, they did sign up for it actually, and this is what I campaigned for. His admission of that brings forth one truth, and one truth only, that I need to make sure that by the end of this video, it is embedded into your mind, okay? And the truth is, the racism never went over the heads of the people who voted for the current administration. They knew what they were voting for. They just did not believe that it would affect them. I need that to be so clear to you guys. I need that to be made so clear to you. It never went over their head. They knew. They knew the impacts. They knew the effects. They just believed that it was not going to affect them. Okay? With Donald Trump saying that they actually voted for this, he's basically saying there is no shock in the information and in the stance that I am standing on today when it was made aware to you. And I campaigned on these promises, on these initiatives for months. It was made aware to you. You fully knew exactly what you were voting for. So when you see those little think pieces of them saying, we didn't know it was going to get this way, they knew. They didn't know that they were going to be affected too. That's the part that they're hiding from you. They didn't know that they were going to get affected too, okay? They will lie in our faces to stay in our good graces. Please remember that. And furthermore, this is why I know for a fact they knew what they were voting for. Remember Donald Trump's first term? Do you remember how free they felt to be racist again? That little taste of freedom of not having to hide anymore, because technically they've been in hiding since the success of the civil rights movement. So when Donald Trump came into office, they were free. They were able to be out. We started seeing Confederate flags everywhere on the bumpers of cars. We started hearing them be more vocal about their disdain for us. They were more out. They didn't have to hide anymore. Hell, they felt so much empowered that when their leader was being taken out and replaced by Joe Biden, they stormed the Capitol. They want that back. They want that back. For these last 4 years when Biden was in office, they had to go back into hiding. They knew what they were voting for. They just believed that you and I were going to be the only people to deal with the consequences, the negative consequences behind the actions of this administration. See, where they effed around and found out is that this time around, for this term, Donald Trump is not looking out for who has the same skin complexion as him. He's looking out for those who have the same bank account status or more or greater than he. Those are the people that he's looking out for right now, not the little common folk. So when the little common folk realized that DEI actually benefited them, it benefited white women and gay men and people that need inclusion, people that are on disability. When they realized that it affected them, they started to be like, oh. When farmers realized that the funding that they were getting was going to be taken away, and then they realized they wouldn't be able to sustain their business, they said, oh. When the working class, the white working class, realized that there isn't really a working class, they said, oh. They realized, oh my God, we're a part of the same group that's about to be fucking fucked over. We're a part of that group. And so they started copping pleas, and in which they tried to gaslight you and I into thinking that they truly did not know what they were doing. They fully knew what they were doing, because even the president is coming out today or yesterday and saying they knew because I told them, and they knew because I campaigned it. They knew when they came to my rallies. They knew. I don't know why they want to act like they're surprised. They knew. The reason why they're trying to act like they're surprised is because now that they see that Donald Trump is not for them, they need to be good with us. Now that they've realized that Donald Trump is not looking out for them unless they're a millionaire or a billionaire, they need to fit in right with us again. They need to get back into our good graces. Hence why we started seeing all of these videos of having voters remorse. They didn't have voters remorse when they believed 100% that these actions, which they knew was going to affect the lives of a group of people, They didn't give a damn about that. They didn't care until they realized that they were in that group. Once they realized they were in that group, now it's, we need to stand together. We need to band together. Where was that energy when we were asking for your help for people? You see, that's the problem. You shouldn't always want help when it's you who's in need. You should also want to give help when you have it to give. That's the fucking problem with y'all. So now that they realize they're not a part of that group that Donald Trump was campaigning for, they need to get back into our good graces. But they fucked themselves over by showing us that they've always wanted to be outwardly racist again. They fucked themselves over. So now they're using their white women tears. You feel me? Their little sad faces. They're using the little sad faces, right? To try to reel us back in. Because one thing that they know to play on when it comes to black people is our empathy. They know to play on our heart. They know how to use our hearts. I'm telling you, they know. They know. And it's because they don't have any. They know if we cry, if we show that we felt bad, we're so sorry, we didn't know. No, now it's time for you to lay in the bed that you made. It's time for you to lay in the bed that you made. And it's not comfortable. So no more comments about, oh, they didn't know, they didn't see that it was all right in front of their faces, the racism, and it went over their heads. It never went over their heads. They fully were aware. They knew. They just believed they would never be affected. That's it. That's all. They knew. And now Donald Trump is letting everybody else know. If you voted for me, you knew what the fuck I was going to do because I told you. That's what he's showing you. So there's no more excuses for them. If you see them making them videos trying to gaslight us into believing or trying to accept them back, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. They thought that the grass was greener on the other side, and then they realized that the grass was never for them. They're never allowed to step foot on that shit. And now they're trying to come over to us. Stay on that side, baby. Stay on that side. Stay over there. So again, like I'm saying, please let go of all of those. They didn't know. They didn't know. They fully knew. They fully knew. And now that you know, and Donald Trump is letting everybody else know that they fully knew, we handle them accordingly. That's all.
Seriously, lovelies, what actually got me smiling throughout this whole speech is the fact that a black brother, or whatever you call him, he goes as far as to talk about he's really the chosen person. Or the chosen one. Like, by who? Like, seriously. Anyway, I like the faith. I like the hope. Because at the end of the day, everyone is craving for a better society, a change, good life, and everything. If he's capable of doing all of those things to each citizen, then it's a good thing, right? But the fact is that he is just there for about 4 months plus, but it's looking as if he's been there for ages. Like, things are just drastically changing. And to the pan-colored woman who actually said that, oh, things are supposed to get very, very, very bad before it gets better. Like, let's just hope it happens that way. Let's just hope so. So this is the reason why Orange Man was like, okay, people that voted for me know exactly. So there's no cause for alarm. There's no cause for. So why are people coming all over the social platform crying about how their businesses is falling apart because of tariffs? Why are the same farmers who voted for this administration coming on the social platform crying about how they are losing their job, losing their farms, losing everything, destroying everything? Why? Why is China not wanting to do business? Why is the ports empty? Okay, why? If it's just too good, like, oh my god, the way at which these people right here are presumed to, people are crying, people are losing their job, people are losing their funds. There is this veteran that I saw on my For You page, he just popped up. This guy was just crashing out. This guy was crying. This guy was just all swells and swells and swells. when you listen to him and what he has to say, you know that this man is really depressed and he needs help. He's been stripped out from any benefit that he could actually manage. He's crying. He's crashing up. People are losing their. How can you be how can you be someone who was supposed to be fighting for your own citizen and for their goal, livelihood, but you just came in poor? People are losing their job all of a sudden. Things are going so expensive. Like the pan-colored woman on this stage that talked about how, oh, during the last administration things were very expensive. Like, what about now? Is she trying to tell me that things are very cheap right now compared to the last administration? Is that what she's trying to say? Like, these people, even if when they see truth in front of them, when they see truth kuro like this, they don't want to see that truth. They just want to wallow in lies and deceit. Like, seriously, this is why this man does not care, because he feels that I can just do anything I want to do. There are still people who still believe that I'm doing the right thing. Even deep inside of me, I know that no, this is just getting too much. That's why he's playing games with everybody. And now, these people are just still here talking about how he's a chosen person, the savior of the world. But you are the savior of the world, and you are making all of the world to distance themselves from you. Nobody wants to like do anything with you. I'm talking about Canada, Mexico, and like so many of these. Like, someone that can actually support an order to deport a citizen, even if you're a cancer patient. So far, you are not, pan color, like white. Like, seriously, this is what I just hope that they are right. I hope that at the end of the day, they are right, and at the end of the day, this man knows exactly what he's doing, and at the end of the day, everybody's gonna be okay. This is just the prayer of every individual. Nobody is crashing out because things are okay with them. People are crashing out on a social platform because this is not what they expected, and these people are still having this hope, high hope. I hope the hope pays off, though. I hope it pays off, and at the end of the day, all of these things will just be dreams. It will just be nightmare that everybody, oh, he knew exactly what he was doing. He knows exactly. I just hope so. And to the young man who talked about he's the savior of the world, I hope so as well. I hope so. Anyway, lovely, so just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. I want to use this medium to thank my newest subscribers, to thank those people that share my videos, to thank everyone who have supported this channel one way or the other, my super chatters that super chat me to take water. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.